I was a bit touched when the patron was giving the history of his contribution. And I want to tell you, Honorable Captain Michael Kula is a great statesman in many ways. I will clap for him. At a personal note, he has already written in this capacity requesting for funding for FMU, which was forwarded to the Speaker, to the Honorable Minister, on your behalf, before even I talk about it. I know that the origin of the rally dates back to 1996, when Uganda stepped in to host the Great Lakes Rally on behalf of Burundi, who had the security challenges in Bujumbura then, and the event was successfully organized by the Automobile Association of Uganda in collaboration with the Burundi Motorsport authorities. I was impressed to note when I was reading the script that when Uganda was given this and was a very successful event, Uganda applied to host its own African Rally Championship. And in 1997, the first edition of the Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally was held as a candidate event. It was indeed a very defining moment that marked Uganda's arrival on the continental motorsport stage. And I note over the years, as you have heard from our patron, this sport has grown. The rally itself has grown in stature, attracting top drivers across Africa and beyond, producing legendary Charles Lubega, Richard Kuchi, Mangat, and other regional champions who have contributed to this great legacy, of course, with our own now Nasser. What is important in all of this to take home is that this event continues to grow and attract important rally drivers and champions. Like I've mentioned, Yasin Nasser elevating it to the next level in the recent 2025 competition. What is so unique is that this came after 26 years when Yasin Nasser rise to the top of African Rally in 2025. To government and to all of us who love sport development, this demonstrates the talent, but also the strength of FMU in nurturing talent and providing competitive exposure that would not only inspire but shape the future of the sport. When I got the letter from FMU, we had so many activities running, and all my team were in the field. We could not do much, but we made a pledge that an opportune moment will come when we will have Yasin Nasser officially recognized by the state. Annually, His Excellency the President, on our request, always provide a moment with our champions every year in State House, with our First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports. But this one will be a very unique one. And I want to confirm here that we are going to do everything and work with the patron to see that we get our moment so that we recognize our own, but also to inspire others who would be able to do that. The good news is that government has put in our legal regime that drives sports development, the National Sports Act, reward and recognition. In 2023, when the law was assented to by the President. As we talk now, Treasury is considering allocating budget in the next financial year that starts in July. What does this mean? It means, therefore, people like Yasin Nasser will be candidate to benefit from monetary support for the excellence and contribution to the growth of the sport. And other rally champions will do the same. And I want to thank and pay my tribute to all of you who has made Uganda to be one of the powerhouses of motorsport in the region and now in Africa, and producing such quality, excellent rally drivers. Government is moving in trying to address this at a different level by offering support to clubs. We are starting with the football, because clubs are the ones who produce the players, the drivers. The federation only picks from the clubs and they expose them. But we need to support clubs. Most of them are on their own. And yet, when they produce a player, the player represents the nation. So they deserve part of the cake, part of the allocation. We are doing this as a pilot program, and in our strategy, we want to roll it to all the priority sports that promote Uganda, like FMU. But also to say here, government is committed to continued support. For now, you are aware we have been giving you over 2 billion annually. We started with 3 billion, and we are going to progress. I may not make a statement now because our parliament is scrutinizing the budget, the ministerial policy statements, and we know we have put a proposal for their consideration. And when the government pronounces itself, definitely we shall be able. But what should be our role is to make a case for continued support for FMU and other sports so that Uganda as a country become a great sport nation. I say this for God and my country.
The Pearl of Africa, Uganda Rally, being the second round of the African Rally Championship, is quite an event for us as a team, because it scores towards the title of African Rally Championship, and as a team, as the Moi Rally team, we take it seriously. The fact that we did not score enough points in the Safari Rally, we want to use this chance to gain more points, to push us further to defending the title championship. And as a team, we are prepared. We are going back to Mbarara, where we rallied last time. I've been told some stages are different from the others, but the bigger side is that we are rallying in the same area. So as a team, we are prepared for it, and yeah, we are waiting on for the crews that will come to join us in the battle and see what we'll have to garner before we can go for the rest of the rounds in the African Rally Championship. The competitors were majorly used to 7 rounds in a year. You know, rallying is quite impactful to the competitors, and you know that most of them are self-financed. So adding another round means another budget added to a competitor. So there were negotiations going on between the competitors and the federation, but I think they did not reach a proper resolution. But generally, having an 8th round affects the competitors monetarily and preparation-wise, because having 8 rounds from the 7, it means the calendar is compacted. We started a bit late because of the elections and all that, so the calendar is compacted, so it requires much more preparations for the competitors and also monetary-wise. So it is definitely impactful to the competitors, and we'll wait and see what will happen at the end of it, and then see. To the fans and to the rally organizers, still it's the same thing. But I believe the spirit behind it was to be able to cater for the regional balancing of events all over the country, as it was introduced by the National Council of Sports. But we are hoping for the best. We'll see how it goes so far. We are going for the second round. We'll see what will happen on the other 5 rounds that will be left.